Hello everyone. Today our topic is how to judge relationship with the big age difference is not easy either. None of the relationships I have ever been in has been normal, but they have all been illegal in their way. Add a 13-year age difference to make the mix, and it doesn't make things more normal for sure. Neither of us has had a hard time because of this. Even in 2022, we still get stars that make us wonder or cap. Even though we know better, it's the fact that they are of different ages such a bad thing in and of itself, because I am in a relationship with someone who is at least 10 years older than me. I look back at the people who are watching and ask, it is finally time to put this discomfort down. There could also be a good reason for the stigma around age gaps to hold older people who abuse power gaps to account. We have a natural courtesy about their other people's ages because it helps us understand them better and stops us from being nosy. When you type Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas into Google, age difference is one of the first autocomplete suggestions that show up. I will save you from having to open a new tab. It is been 10 years. When the age gap in this relationship first came to light in 2018, the internet was very interested, even though it has so small that it did not even qualify as gap. If it is the woman who is older in a heterosexual relationship, we see this type of thinking happen again and again. Several years ago, Megan Fox, who is just 4 years older than Colson Baker, came to her defense against age gap criticism. When you search for Stephen Fry on Google, the first thing that comes up is age difference. Fry shocked and perplexed fans when he married late Spencer, who was 30 years younger than him, in 2015. For example, Dennis Quaid and Laura Sauer have a 39 years age gap. On the contrary, Jeff Goldblum and Emily Livingston, on the other hand, have a 30-year age gap. They get a lot less attention and less criticism. There must be something else we don't like about the relationship or the people in it. It comes from where psychology professor Sri Kapson, who has worked in London for more than 17 years, thinks that fear of different things and the unknown is the main reason why people do not have healthy relationship. The sting goes away when we get to know something. It normalizes it is and it makes it feel safe again too, because this is the root of everything different, everything new, and we think of as the other is often a threat, even though it doesn't have to be. So, did Sherry say that age is just a number when it comes to love? Yes, on the whole. I have not seen many couples have problems because of their age as a main reason. If you are in Sherry's shoes, you are likely to feel this way in relationship with the people of all sexes, ages, and backgrounds. The thing about couples that work is that each one is different, both in terms of sexual preferences and what they want in their lives. There are so many different permutations and combinations in a world where no two relationships are the same. Who can say which one is right? Sherry often sees in couples therapy what she calls a value gap, which she says is a difference in what a couple's priorities or life. Sometimes, of course, that and age go hand in hand. Children's not having children, wanting to go out more, or not wanting to go out at all could be some of the things that people say are important to them. When we make decisions about where we want to live, our values don't always line up with each other. My partner is excited about a trip to a journey country soon, but I still love the big smoke of London. I don't think this is because we're older or younger. The way we want to live could change if we were the same age or if you were the opposite of each other. Both ways, we came to deal. Our meeting in the middle has helped us get over this. The fact that Sherry has not had a lot of age-related issues in couples therapy does not mean that they are not out there. People in relationship where there are big age gaps might not want to talk to their therapist about the problems, or they might not be able to therapy at all. One way to get people to reach out for help when they need it is to show them that tolerance, understanding, and social stigmas are not so bad. Harley therapy in London has seen a general rise to tolerance for age gaps over the last 10 years, but there have been times when that stigma has worsened because the people have become more intrusive in our daily lives. They say that their clients can be easily ruffled by what people say on social media. Sherry says that this is true. A snarky comment or judgment is always going to be mad about how old the two people are, or how old did your or sugar daddy or something like that is. Every day, on people that has a lot of followers on TikTok during the pandemic get comments like this from people who don't like them. They have been together for almost 2 years at the time of this writing. They were quarantined together during the pandemic. Emily says we meet in the middle and we will meet there. My point is not that age gap relationship can solve every relationship problem. As you know, every relationship has its faults, but it worked out well for us. A quick look at their TikTok feed shows that it was not always that way. Cherry issues is a comment that used to be made a lot when Emily was in the post. They would respond with clever comebacks or just ignore it. Most people call him the silver fox. When people talk about my December love, they talk about how there is a power imbalance. This is something that my mom was very concerned about when I first started dating someone older than me. He had already been through his 20s. Your 20s are highly thought of as the time when you figure out you are. This is not something I want to gloss over or throw away. Often I think about it. Relationship power imbalances must be looked into by both people involved as well as by people who are close to them, as well as through the veil of money or physical control. The power of being able to identify and grow is also a way for people to be in control. This being said, is it always right to think that age comes with power and youth doesn't? For different people, the situation will be very different. There are 13 years between us, but we feel like we are going together even though we are not the same age. For us, we found ourselves at the same time and at different times in our lives. As long as you are and your partner know what you are getting into when you get together, love is not forbidden or off the table for everyone. Age gaps are not that interesting. A very senior colleague told me once when I told him about my age gap story at a Christmas party. Maybe he's correct.